Hello, my name is Ken Spero. I am the president and co-founder of SchoolSims, and I'm here to talk to you today about how well simulations align with higher education standards and courses. One of the key things about simulations is that when we develop them with time in mind, as opposed to specifically focusing on particular standards or competencies. In this way, we cover a period of time inside of which those standards manifest inside the life of the job that the students are aspiring to. So one of the key things that simulations provide, therefore, is a practical application of the content, because the standards manifest authentically within the context of a school classroom, a school building, or a district, depending on, obviously, the targeted audience. And because of the nature of simulation, they're interactive, so it provides a wonderful application for engagement for students because of the underlying story, that they are a practical application and provide an opportunity for active learning. At the same time, they are well aligned with the accreditation process, because what they do is put students into a context in which they're having to utilize the content to make decisions to deal with problems of practice. That is the nature of the simulation. And so what it does is, by removing it from the focus on the instruction, but by focusing on the application, it is perfectly aligned with how the accreditation process, what assessors are going to be looking for from the standpoint of one's ability to demonstrate the competencies, whether it's in the classroom or in the school building. Also, given that they are browser-based, it is an opportunity for technology integration, whether it's synchronous or asynchronous, due to the flexibility of the modality of Sims. They can be utilized in whatever format is appropriate relative to the requirements or logistics of the program that's utilizing them. And so it allows for that integration of technology, again, whether it's being done in person, virtually, or online. And it also provides an opportunity for reflective practice. Because of the opportunity to practice, and deliberate practice, if you will, within the context of an authentic scenario, it allows participants, it actually forces participants to be reflective in the moment in terms of the decision-making that they do, in terms of the choose-your-own-adventure type application, and at the same time allows for an opportunity for reflection once they've completed the experience, where they would have dealt with positive pathways, maybe negative pathways, and if they're doing it in a social context, the opportunity to reflect with peers. And so having that opportunity can be incredibly powerful for the learning process. In terms of the integration, one of the things that you can see from the charts on the page is how simulations have been aligned by various universities across the country, whether it's for education leadership or whether it's for teachers. But looking at the flexibility of the modality to utilize the simulation, and a variety of simulations can apply to different courses depending on the different contexts, the kinds of different situations, which mirrors real life, because there's no way you can teach to a situation because it always manifests differently. But this allows us to focus on instructional leadership for aspiring leaders, or focusing on ethical leadership, or general leadership, obviously, diversity and equity, which is all about the application, the implementation. And when it comes to teachers, focusing on instructional strategies, but in a context, to understand learning differences among students. Obviously, ethical practices are important in dealing with different behaviors that manifest. These are different ways in which the simulations can be utilized, and another way that they can be harnessed, because of the authentic cases, they can be utilized as far as internship hours as well in many instances. And for take a slightly deeper dive, and I know there's a lot of words on this page, but one of the things that we find is that simulations can be aligned, again, to different courses. And so what you see here is an example. In the red are sample simulations, and on the right are going to be courses that they can be aligned to. So stay tuned for additional episodes in which we will explore other benefits that the simulation modality can provide, and we look forward to being in touch with you in the future.